Well, we worked out between us that we've got about 60 years experience working within the integration space. So we're here today to talk about some of the war stories that we've encountered with our customers who've been trying to connect to their partners and customers, and some of the things we've learned.
Sounds good.
So statistically, 39% of customers still manually process invoices, which in this day and age seems surprising.
It is a bit retrograde, isn't it?
It is a bit retrograde, but what's the impact from your side that you see of that still happening?
Typically, customers come to us and where they're still manually processing documents. They hit issues around timely payments, managing lots of staff and staff handling essentially drudge work. So really, it's adding friction to their ability to scale and grow. Particularly if they're trying to match their growth to ambition and expansion. Yeah, so typically it's process frictions, adding cost into their day-to-day, total cost of ownership, and the cost of service that they have to deliver whatever function they need to.
A recent IDC report sort of showed that if you're processing about 1,000 purchase orders, whether that's in a month or a year, that's pretty much costing you the equivalent of one full-time employee because of the error rate. They've got about 30% error rates that are happening with that. So you as an organisation can scale that up. Are you doing 1,000 a year? Or are you doing 1,000 a month? The sort of costs that are involved in doing that process is quite important.
Yeah, I think the return on investment and the actual cost of processing documents, when you get into the thousands or potentially tens or hundreds of thousands every month, manual processing just can't compete. We see that time and again with customers. We've had customers employ, over 200 reps to manage their invoice management, like data entry, that kind of thing. And that costs a lot of money to have, that level of organization doing things manually. You really want to accelerate that and build in some automation. And you see that in lots of other industries. The low-level stuff is really there to be automated wherever possible at a better cost per transaction than having someone sitting there spending 5 minutes or 10 minutes keying in a bit of data that takes a fraction of a second to process automatically.